Hi everyone, it's Kiralee here. I'm a spiritual healing and wellbeing coach. I just thought I'd jump on and have a chat about the energy around the 2-2 portal that's we're experiencing at the moment. You may have been experiencing it over the last few days. And what you may have been experiencing are emotional triggers reflected by others back to you or from within yourself, because I feel that this is the time where that's available to us to allow our shadow side, um, our ego, our material, our insecurities and our doubts and our fears and our traumas and our sadness and our disappointments and any grief that we've been holding on to and um, perhaps not willing to look at up until now. And excuse me, now's the time. And it's a timeline where you can choose to allow all that which you've believed to be true, perhaps, that through your own experience have discovered that that's not actually your reality. It's not been your reality. Someone else's reality. Someone else's beliefs. So in order to raise levels of consciousness, we need to bring up those uncomfortable feelings, those uncomfortable triggers, and be willing to look at them and feel them. Feel the energy that they come up with so that you can heal that part of your soul that is wounded. All our woundings. It appears to be a time of transparency, like looking within and going within to find your answers, to find that which resonates with you. Because we're all different. We've come here for different reasons. Our journeys are all different, so it doesn't mean that we have to follow all the same path. Being told what to do. It's not how it's meant to be. We are individual souls. Sorry, that's my healing device just running the third eye chakra program, visualization, imagination, the seeing, foreseeing. Getting back to what I was saying about, what was I saying about? Just lost my train of thought. Hang on a moment. So when I'm just talking about the healing and that which needs to come up for healing, and in order to raise our consciousness is to let go of this heaviness, this heavy 3D or third dimensional heavy energy that no longer serves us as we ascend. We're like, the butterfly coming out of the cocoon type scenario where it's a struggle to let go of the old shell of protection, or we think we need protection because we've been told that bad things will happen. We've been programmed to believe. I mean, we live in a planet of duality where there is light and dark and right and wrong and good and bad and light and heavy, and the plan is to ascend. We've been in a state of control or manipulation or educated to believe, to seek outside all our answers outside, of us, and yet we have all the answers within. It's just a matter of knowing how to tap into it and to not push it away. If you're pushing it away, that's the fear. So that you need to look at that. There's nothing to be scared of. Fear is just a thought that you keep thinking. It's just a thought, actually. It's a vibration. It's not actually anything that is materialistic. So these fears, are only stopping you from achieving your greatest potential. Those doubts, those thoughts of not being worthy of anything good, that you aren't good enough, that you don't deserve that. How's that going for you at the present point in time? So those feelings, it's okay to feel like you do. It's okay to feel like that. Acknowledge the cause and love it, and love yourself, and love the situation, and love no matter what it is, was, doesn't define who you are. So, have some compassion for yourself, some forgiveness for yourself, for the judgments you have believed about yourself. But once again, that's just thoughts. Other people's judgments that perhaps you've believed that just aren't true because they aren't you. So they don't know. They might think they do. They might think they know you. Maybe on a physical level, yes. On a spiritual level, perhaps not so much. If you look at it from a spiritual level aspect. Things need to be in balance. If not, it's coming from an ego point of view. And ego is, just hearing ego is illusion. You think you need that in order to make you happy, and you'll be happy when you receive that. And when I'm that, then I will that. It's all just false sense of security. Temporary feelings of happiness and joy are temporary. And yes, we need it, you know, a certain amount, and this is where the balance comes into it. You know, let deflate your puffed up chest. You know, just come back into your heart space and just be, and allow everyone else to just be and do their jobs and do them well and to the best of their ability, or tasks or school or whatever it is, professions. The only judgment you should be making about yourself is that which needs cleansing within your life path. Now's the perfect time to let it shine, get some light on the subject. Because in letting go of this old heavy energy makes expectations, I'm hearing as well, that you put on yourself or others have put on you. Pressures. It's not your pressure. It's not yours to carry. And if it is yours, then once again, it's the ego believing it has to do everything itself in order to do the hard work in order to achieve or get to where you want to go, whilst a certain um, amount of that is true. But when we can involve spirit or the universe or source, whomever that is to you, then they meet us halfway. They do all the background work. But we're not expected to carry the whole burden. Lighten the load, let go, let go. So it's safe to let go. And to allow this new lighter energy to come in, these new lighter thoughts, these higher vibrational feelings. And start listening to your own intuition, trusting your own intuition, trusting yourself. And taking the steps that you're guided to take. Your inner being knows which direction it is for you. And when we can tap into those energies, magic can happen. That which we're manifesting is able to come easier. These old heavy blocks, emotional blocks of lack, are dissolved when we can bring them up for healing, release, knowing that the universe has got your back. There's an abundance for everyone of everything, because not everyone desires the same thing. So we're co-creators in a limitless universe, multiverse. Sorry, that's the neighbours vacuuming, if you can hear that. And that's symbolic in itself. You know, even old stuff that's in the earth, you treat around your house, the energy that you have implanted from your feet, from your being, from your experience, the situations in your environment. So cleanse that as well. Get rid of all the old dust, suck it up. Declutter, do some dusting. Get rid of old stuff, stagnant energy. Anything that doesn't hold good memories for you. Release with love, with gratitude. Gratitude that the lesson that was presented is helping your soul expand, your consciousness, your awareness, expand. But with poison grace. Poison grace. Blame no one. That's all part of the shadow side as well. It's when you're blaming someone or something or a situation. It's a denial of responsibility, essentially. Yes, that happened. Yes, you experienced that. But whose choice was it to be where you were? And you may say you didn't have a choice. We always have a choice. You can choose to or choose not to. And the sooner we can start taking responsibilities for our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own actions, for your part and your play of life. And there are others in your play, but you're the common denominator in your life. You're free to choose your own decisions. Free to make your own decisions. That's being sovereign. That's being a sovereign being. That's living your truth, living your life. Living your destiny. You know what needs healing. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. What you need. You're in a knowing. You know, deep down you know. We know. You just kind of need confirmation sometimes. Now, this is all part of the ascension, raising your consciousness, is becoming aware of, just because you've dealt with that level or situation or whatever it was. That's just the top layer. So there'll be more experiences where you are challenged to let go of perhaps certain outcomes, um, challenged to disconnect from the outcome, actually. Disconnect from attachments. Disconnect from that which you think is important. Disconnect from that. See how you feel. Right, just disconnecting, because the more you can disconnect and let go, the higher you'll become vibrationally. And then the higher you are vibrationally, the more kind of open your vibration, if you like. And when your vibration is more open and high, then you're attracting more of that, more experiences that are along that same vibration. And that's whether you want them or not. If it's something that you're not enjoying experiencing, then it's changing your thoughts or changing your vibration, actually. Change your vibration. Because it's our vibrations, our frequencies that attract. So create the outcome you wish to see. Imagine that through your third eye, your visualization, your imagination, using your imagination, and have no limits. Have fun creating what it is you'd like to experience. Get really specific. What are you doing? Who are you with? How are the smiles on their faces? If you've had a series of disappointments of late, then look at the opposite of what could have been. Contrast is showing us where our desires are best placed. Contrast, light and dark. We need light to shine in the dark, to see the dark. So the higher we ascend as spiritual beings having the human experience, the higher we go positively, the higher the negative, or once again, the shadow side, or even negative energies can be just as threatening, because the dark perhaps doesn't enjoy the light. The dark likes to stay in the dark and snuff the light. So there are energies around the planet that will try and threaten the good work that's being done. which is why it's really important to, be of light, to be a beacon of upliftment and assistance and kindness and compassion and forgiveness. The light is more of a threat. Those that work with the light, those that practice light, but also understand the darkness, the negative energies at work, the negative energies that are slowly holding on for dear life. The old power, greed, masculine, authority, authoritarian, hierarchical, is crumbling. Um, because that's an old consciousness that is just has to go. The planet's ascending, we have to go with her. We have to, or we'll be forced to. It's no fun sometimes when it's unexpected and all hell breaks loose and you're scrambling um, but if you're willing to look at it, now's a really good time. And have that old, that which you release, allow the divine feminine energies of the love and the compassion and the nurturing and the gentleness and the kindness and acceptance and equality and respect. Honour, I'm hearing too. Honour the feminine aspect. And shown the womb again. Heal. That will heal the wounds caused by the masculine. Interesting. It's like all the reproductive sexual organs, there's masculinity, the sexuality, and the power, the expectations of old. It's not an uprising of feminism. It's a gentle energy, very loving and very compassionate and non-judgmental is kind of what I'm feeling. Just allowing people to be. Let me be. Allow people to be who they are, because they're at different levels. Letting go of any judgments you have about other people as well. Be mindful. You don't know their story. Send them love. Offer them love. And that's just through a thought. You can visualize, imagine radiating love from you to the person, the situation, the opportunity. Don't look too far into the future. Being present is the key. Be in touch with, take notice of, or be aware, be mindful of how your body is reacting to your thoughts on a very subtle level. Because your thoughts are vibration, your thoughts are frequency. So if they're of a low vibration, your body will be feeling low. If your thoughts are predominantly of a positive nature or a higher vibration, then you will be more joyful, you'll be happier, you'll be lighter, you'll feel freer. So it's time for your light to emerge through this portal. Allow yourself to break through, like as if you're that butterfly breaking out of the cocoon. We're going through the struggle now of letting go of the old, everything that's been triggering for us is showing us what it is we need to release. And it's going to take a lot of energy. It's going to take we're releasing a lot of emotion, heavy emotion for that which is recurring. It's a lifetime or a good part for some. A lifetime of carrying this heaviness. I can almost feel the weight lifting off my shoulders now, you know, jumping for joy like, yee-haw, I've done it. I've done the healing. I've taken myself through the pain of reliving it and healing it and letting it go with love and gratitude, and now I'm light, I'm free, and I'm so happy. I'm throwing things up in the air with delight, kicking up my heels, throwing my head back like, I've done it. So we get through it. We emerge out of this struggle that we're going through. Those that are willing to look within. Everything is within, you know, the signs are there. The signs are all around us. The signs are all around us. Just have to be open enough to receive the messages. Interpret the messages, or the symbol, or the whatever it is, the signs. Interpret the signs. Excuse me. Okay. You know, the signs can be, well, I call them little gifts, actually, from Spirit. Um, I live not far from the water and the walkway here in New Plymouth, and very often, excuse me, very often on my walks, um, I will find feathers. Not find them, they're just there in front of me, but because I'm always open and aware, and I love the water right there, and then there's a bit of native plantings on that side of the track, or some beautiful houses that you can look at, or um, you know, there's just lots to look at. But sometime, well, just quite recently, you know, I've been finding feathers. And it's just looking down and, oh, look, there's a feather. So I'll pick it up. I think, like, it's a gift from the feathered friends. It's a gift from Spirit, just for me. Might have been there. You know, other people might have walked past it and not seen it, not being aware, not being open to a gift for them. But Spirit will find a way of getting it to the person that needs it or is open to receiving. So I've got quite a little collection of feathers, and I just feel like so grateful when I see one, because it's exciting when it's like, oh, thanks. Like, exciting. I feel, you know, just it raises my vibration straight away. And then I'll be sure to handle it with care. It's normally actually on my way out on my walk, so you know, it's about an hour. Sometimes I'm carrying them for most of that way. Funny. But it's nice, you know, because then I know Spirit are around, and then I'll start communicating with Spirit and talking to Spirit. And this is where a lot of this inspiration came from. A couple of days ago, actually, I got it, and I didn't realise today was the second. I thought today was the first. So I've kind of missed a day there, which is maybe ironic given we're in this portal. Yeah, so look for the signs. If you're not seeing the signs, then ask for signs, ask for help, ask Spirit to help, ask the universe or source energy to help. It's almost like humanity as a whole um, has been going down the wrong path for too long. So, you know, Spirit have stepped in and caused this big kind of upheaval to, you know, shake everyone awake and look at what's happening, look at what you're doing, look at how you're behaving. You know, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with the planet? And we can't ignore some of it. It's like in our face. In your face. So that's the stuff. That's what needs looking at for a start, the stuff that's in your face. And you can't run. We can't run from it. We've spent our lifetimes hiding because we've got something to hide behind. It doesn't serve us, it just weighs us down in the heavy physical ego energies. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else in there? Don't keep yourselves. It's like the Spirit want us to step outside the box. You know, to not be bound by blockages, boundaries. It's almost like they want us to break down the boundaries, step outside, trust the unknown, trust that you'll be safe, trust you are safe. There's no, you know, you can take the light with you. It's safe. The darkness is safe to look at. But in order to look at it, needs light. So it's safe to step out of that which you know into the unknown. It's safe to explore because you have the light within you. You're safe to look at it. And to allow those emotions to come up. You know, just as I link into that energy, I'm feeling a lot of anger. You know, there's collective anger. In the shadows, as individuals, there's a lot of anger. So it's like sitting in that energy and not giving it meaning, not attaching emotion to it. Just allow yourself to feel it and move through it, or allow it to move through you. And what I mean by that is, as you're feeling it, thoughts will be coming into your mind that relate it to that feeling, but don't stop those thoughts or allow the thoughts to keep coming through. Don't allow any of those thoughts associated with the anger to stop and for you to focus on. Just allow them to keep moving through. Hopefully that makes sense. Because it'll pass. It's just a feeling. Once again, it's a thought that has a frequency. Forgive yourself and say to yourself over and over, this I used to do. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And then I'd take a long, slow, deep breath in, go right to the center of my being and connect. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Every time you judge yourself or you criticize yourself or you're hard on yourself or you beat yourself up because you feel you made the wrong decision, or just take a long, slow, deep breath right through the center of your being and say to yourself, sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. It's a very simple, ancient Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, but it's more forgiveness of the self. So as you release some of these old thoughts and old beliefs, limiting beliefs, any habits, any addictions, any bad choices or decisions you feel you made. You can say that as you release it from your being. But be gentle in doing so. It's coming from the heart space, from the place of compassion and forgiveness. And it just helps the process. I would say less emotional, but it's quite emotional. Not less emotional, but not dragged out for so long as it could be if you were to do it, for example. It's really powerful. It's only 4 sentences. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Like, feel it. Really connect with your inner being as you say, I'm sorry. Like, feel. It's a genuine apology to your higher self or your inner being or your inner child, for that matter, too. And then, feel up to that forgiveness, that love, that gratitude. And allow that little child within to come out into the light, that little child that's been wounded. That little girl within or that little boy within. It's safe. It's safe to come up into the light. Don't need to cower and hide behind any body anymore. Allow that childlike aspect of self to, that playful aspect of self. Life's been too serious for all of us over the last 2 years, 2 and a bit years. Under authority, under control, under manipulation, under coercion, under censorship. It's like we need to step out of that box now. And as individuals, step out of that box. What's your new freedom you're going to create yourself? You are the creator of your life. Every second, every minute of every hour of every day you are creating your now, your present, based on how you feel. So feelings come back, trace back to a thought, because everything starts with a thought. And it's our reaction to our perception of that thought is what creates the feelings. And as I said before, the feelings are what radiate out into the universe. And what you're saying to the universe is, give me more that, which makes me feel like this. universe doesn't know if you want it or not. It's just responding to your predominant feeling. That's why it's also important for now to shed our light on our shadow side, because that doesn't serve us in the fifth dimension, which is where we're ascending, or this process we're going through. There's no room for power, there's no room for greed, because we've got to an acceptance that there is an abundance for everyone. Through creating our own reality, if we take responsibility for our own life and our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own actions, we can create whatever it is that we so desire. So the more of us that start to awaken to that, we know that there is an abundance for everyone, so there will be no lack. The lack will be those that are stuck or aren't willing to let go of all that which they know. Their current realities are enjoying it. But that's okay too. Patience is the key. Patience for those that have done the work already, to help those to hold the line, hold the light, to be those lighthouses for those that aren't aware what Earth School's all about. So it's a test of patience. Once again, exploring the shadow side. This is about we as humanity, as individuals, our individual role, but also in the collective. Let go, let go. As I found myself holding on to my thumb, giving, holding on, that's, security or insecurity. Holding on, not being willing to let go. So let go. Allow. Let go and allow. Allow things to come to you. Like it's almost like it's out of our hands now. We've handed it over. It's bigger than what we can handle. So when we take our hands off the wheel, when we can be vulnerable and when we can allow things to happen to us, being in that state of attracting stuff to us rather than trying to control how we think it's meant to be. That's ego. Whereas if we can take our hands off the wheel and trust, that which we need will come. It's kind of allowing. I'm getting an energy of allowing allowing things to come to you, being open and not being attached to the outcome. I kind of said that at the beginning. I feel actually quite peaceful in this pose. I can feel the energy coming out of my hands. Heal one another. You know, share your light to one another consciously. Be precise where you want the healing to go. Once again, imagine, use your third eye to visualize the person, people, the situation, or the opportunities, or whatever it is. Beam them with light. With gratitude and love, of course. And make it fun. I kind of have an energy of excitement with it, knowing that energy goes where energy flows, or energy flows, I don't know what the saying is, but intention. If you intend the energy to go there, it will go there. It will also come back. Important to make sure it's for the highest good of that, for you, highest good for you. May also be a time of healing, to ask for healing, to help. Just get my white sage. To help with the cleansing. Just like some sage. Oops. You know, the colour white is coming to mind. That may help with cleansing. White sage, white light, white clothing. Moonlight. Got a new moon coming up soon too, actually. I'm not sure when that is. Okay, so we'll just ask Spirit if there's anything else they'd like to say about the 2-2 portal. What card was that came out? No. Look at the number 2-2. I love it. I love it. I love that. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. That's so awesome. That's Archangel Sandalphon. Okay, so what's the card on the bottom? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's the color white. Just what I was saying. Oh my God, I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Archangel Sandalphon, he's the works with our Earth Star chakra. So our base chakra or our Earth Star. So we're being supported through our lower chakras to help release all this unhealed trauma, I guess. That's going to help restore our innocence, our purity, our innocence. With our soul, I feel that's with our soul, but also because on a soul level, we can do that. It's going to enhance our human level as well, our physical life, our chakras. It blows me away. I love it. You know, so we've got the gentle energies of Sandalphon. Some gentle music may help when you're going through these sort of emotional experiences. You know, some gentle music. There's plenty of YouTube meditation music or healing music. Some string music even perhaps. Sandalphon's got his harp there. You know, that diamond, which is you, is surrounded by feathers, white feathers. You know, the wings of an angel. The wings of light. Wings of white. I think white's the highest vibrational colour, is it? Might be platinum, not sure. So, yeah, number 22, card number 22, the white is card number 51. So, 6, I think that's 6 is the love, card of lovers, if we add that up. It's all about love as well. This year, 2022 equals 6 as well. So bringing that love in, that unconditional love. Bringing in that unconditional love from spirit, from source, from the angels. Bringing it into your heart. Making peace. It's almost to complete a cycle. Well, that would be the 2022 energy portal. Kind of, yeah, healing aspects of our shadow side to restore our innocence with self, but also humanity. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing that. Really enjoyed doing that. So may this be one of many. Thank you for watching. Whenever it is, obviously, I don't think I said at the beginning of the video that today is actually the 2nd of February 2022. So sending you much love, much healing as we transition through this next process of life, and we can do it. We can do it. Okay, take care everybody.